All right. Peace and blessings, family. This is your African Indigenous Traditional Healer. And as I promised you all tonight, we are going to do DNA readings. Okay? Now, I put up a list about maybe 20 minutes ago, and I told you if your name was on the list to tune in and listen in for your reading. Okay? Now, I want to say this. I did get some people's pictures first, and some people's pictures I didn't get. Okay? And Jaleesa, see how Ancestors looking out? Because you popped up first. So I guess you'll get your reading. Ken, I think you sent your picture later, but we're going to have to do your reading because I got so many people that want this DNA reading done, okay? Peace Parker, and Peace Mima. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start with Jaleesa first. Jaleesa, you have a very, very bubbly personality, and you're young now, but what Spirit showed me is the reason you came back to this earth is because you are going to be a great leader, okay? And you need to take this and write this down. If I'm doing your DNA reading, you need to write it down. And we chose to come back to this earth for many different reasons. Jaleesa, with you failed at one time at doing your job as a leader. You will be leading nations, okay? And you haven't come into that ability yet, but you will. You will get serious with life. And it looks like maybe when you're about in your 40s, maybe mid-40s, you will begin to lead, talking about with communities, okay? You will have a voice. People will listen. Your voice is meant to be heard. And you failed at doing this in one of your lifetimes, but you came back to do it right this time, okay? And that's what your reading is in reference to your DNA reading, Jaleesa. You chose back to become a leader, okay? Now, peace and blessings to Mario, Kim Smith. And since Kim is on here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do yours, Kim. I looked at your picture, and with you chose to come back because you failed at many things in two of your past lives. Okay. In this life, Kim Smith, you actually came back to be a healer. And I see you working with many women, okay? You may have not thought about it now, but this is what's written in your divine records. In your divine records, you agreed to come back to be a healer, which means, and I'm basically seeing you working with a lot of women. You will be healing them in a sense of talking to them, counseling them, inspiring them, okay? So with you, Kim, that's what you chose to come back here for. In your past lives, in two past lives, you failed to do it. One past life, you were playing around. You didn't do your job. You know what your job was to come here to do. You didn't do it. So this life now, this time around, you chose to come back to do it right this time. Okay. I want to say, let's see. Now, Ricky Prestige, that's joining us for the family that's listening. We are doing DNA readings, basically going into the divine records and finding out why you have chosen to come back here, okay? Why you have chosen to come back. I'm going to say this for the people who is not on here listening, because I know I had a couple of other people that want to come call in. I'm going to go ahead and just go through the list. Now, we had Isaiah, young brother, you present your picture in to get your divine records and see what you chose to come back in. Isaiah, you are going to be a great teacher as well. I see you being a motivational speaker, okay? You have come back to motivate humanity, to motivate, people. And another thing with you, your words are going to heal, just like with Kim, you're going to heal by the words you say, but you're going to be inspiring many, many people. Mostly I see young boys. I see you dealing with a lot of young men. And it looks like this is going to start when you're about in the age, I'm going to say 30, okay? All right. Now, we're going to go on to, I think it's Najir, okay? Najir, if you're on here, Isaiah Coleman, you just missed your reading. I'm going to tell you real quick. You are what's written in your divine records is you came back to be a leader, okay? I see you dressed sharply in suits. At the age of 30, you will be, inspiring many, many people. It made it mostly a motivational speaker, okay? Whatever you speak about will motivate one's soul. And that's what you came back here to do, Isaiah, okay? Okay, so we got Najee, okay? Najee, you're another one. In your divine records, you came back, but you're going to be working specifically with women, okay? In your divine records, you decided to come back and you felt the need to help women. And one of your past lives, Najee, you pretty much felt like you could have done more for women, okay? And, you didn't because you were so caught up in your life. And one of your past lives, you were married, you had about 4 children, and you always wanted to speak and help and, inspire other women. It looks like you had many women that used to come to you in one of your past lives, but you were not able to do it. You was caught up in the marriage you was in one past life. You pretty much could not do what you wanted to do. So when you came or chose to come back this time, you made an agreement in your divine records to come back and do exactly what you wanted to do in one of your past lives, which was to heal women, whether they were dealing with domestic issues or a society that dealt with, how can you put it, bringing down women and not including women. So your time here is to start talking to women, to start, inspiring them, start healing them with the word you share with them. I don't know if you have a lot of women that come to you now, but a lot of, women that call you and try to get your advice. But if you do, this is what you came back here to do this time, okay? Isaiah, you're welcome. You're very welcome. And what Spirit showed me, it's going to start taking place when you're around 30. If Spirit showed me you pretty much with suits on and really have your stuff together and you're just this great motivational speaker, okay? But understand that motivational speaking is pretty much a higher calling as well, because it inspires many to do positive things. And I see that you're going to do very, very well. And I see you that you'll be traveling, okay? Okay. Najee, you're very welcome. Najee, let me just add this one thing Spirit just showed me. You also, too, will be doing a lot of work in the community with women, okay? And it won't just be one community. I see you being a leader, sort of like another Martin Luther King's wife, where women listen to you and your words heal them, and you're able to, whatever information you put out is able to inspire them and also to, heal them, okay? So you're going to be sort of leading as well, okay? You're going to be looked up to and you're going to be very remembered, Najee. So remember that. Okay, peace and blessings, Reginald. All right, Kashiba. Kashiba, I looked at your picture, and what I do know is that I do know who you are, for one. So I do want to say this, as being family, I know that you were involved in a lot of activism, okay? But I'm going to tell you like this: when you decide to come back for this contract, and your divine records is written that you was not supposed to be doing activism, you were supposed to be healing, okay? You're not on your path yet. You have to get on your path, because ancestors and spirits have a lot they want to share with you, but you have not chosen to get on your path yet. But it's written in your divine records that it's time for you to start working on your healing, and also working with nature. Spirit keeps showing me outside, working with nature, working with the trees, the plants. The spirit of the plants have a message for you, and they want to share some things with you. So it's time to get outside, okay? See, Najee? That's because you're preparing yourself. You're preparing yourself. So that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Wow. Okay. All right. Calvin Hogan, you have to send your picture. We already put this out there earlier. In order for you to get a DNA reading, you have to send me your picture inbox here on Facebook, okay? If I have time, I'll try to do, as many as I can. But I got people lined up waiting for their readings, okay? Okay, Kendall, blessings to you, my brother. Okay, we have Octavia. You have to send a picture too. Okay, these people all sent their pictures earlier today. We put it out there. They sent their pictures earlier today, so we're calling out the ones who sent their pictures. We have Amber. Okay. Amber, if you're on here listening, okay? If you're on here listening, what you have to understand, Amber, is that you are okay, let's put it this way. You came back, you chose to come back to this earth for a reason, okay? And it seems like you can't get it together mentally because you have not yet embarked on your journey of what you're supposed to be doing and how, okay? Now, I will tell you this, in your divine records, the reason you came back is because you failed to take your position. You failed to take your position, okay? Please, everybody, do not send a picture inbox while I'm doing live audio because it records on there. I was listening to the one earlier. They kept sending inbox pictures and you heard that little baby laughing. So do not send any pictures while I'm talking on the live audio because it records it. And for those who did not send their pictures today, we're going to have to do yours another time because we had people who sent their pictures earlier today. Okay? If you all are interested in a personal DNA reading, then you could actually hit me up. I do them offline, and you do have to pay for them. When I do them offline, it's sort of like a past life reading, okay? So you have to pay for them. If you do want one offline, you can hit me up inbox, okay? See, Isaiah, so you felt it. See, Spirit is showing you, and this is what Spirit showed me. Spirit showed me that you are supposed to be teaching. You're going to be a great motivational speaker, my brother. So, yes, you're on the right path. You see? Okay. Now, I want to go to, I want to welcome Sharon Lee Williams, and I also want to shout out to my brother Sango Wale Atanda, who's listening. Okay. Valencia Ruth, who just joined us. Okay. All right. Thank you, Martique. Now, I want to go on to the next person. Now, Toby, if you're listening, you chose to come back to this earth because you are supposed to be a healer. You're supposed to be working in the bush, okay? In one of your past lives, you played around. You didn't do what you had to do. You was partying. You was doing this. You was doing that. And you did not fulfill your mission and your journey while you came back to this earth. And what I see with you, Toby, is you need to be in the bush. You need to be talking to the spirits, and you need to be letting them share with you the plants and herbs that you need to heal people. So basically, you're a healer too. But you need to do more, Toby, you need to do more, or spend more time in the bush. When you decided to make a contract in your divine records to come back here, you decided that you was going to come and you was going to get it right this time and do what you were supposed to do. And Spirit also showed me with you, Toby, is that you have to begin to start talking to the trees, start talking to the plants, because they want to give you some secrets and herbs to put together to begin to heal many different diseases or try to cure many different diseases. But you need to communicate with the plants. You need to communicate. You need to spend more time in nature. Okay, Toby? So this time when you decided to come back, you decided to come back to do it right. Okay? All right. Now, as I just asked y'all, do not send nothing while I'm doing audio because it's actually recording on audio. And I'm not doing that many because people sent their pictures earlier today. When I put it out there, everybody should have jumped on it. We're only going to be on here for about 45 minutes. So I'm trying to get as many people as I can, okay? Now, we got Toby, we got Kim, we got Najee. All right. So, pretty much... Okay, Ken, I think it was Ken, you came back. Now, Ken, I'm going to be fair because, I like to be honest with the people. You are one of my personal clients, okay? You come to the store all the time. You're one of my personal clients. So, but I'll share this with you if you chose to hear it online. You already know what your job is. You know what you came back here for. You know what you came, and unfortunately everybody, and Ken, if you don't mind me sharing, which I'd like to be honest, he's in the wheelchair. And whatever happened to him, I think he was shot. Whatever happened to Ken, it had to happen because he had to be sit down in order to carry out his journey on this earth right now at this time. And his divine records is meant for him to be a seer. He's a seer. Ken is a seer, okay? Which means he will help many with his visions, okay? He will help many with his vision. So, Ken had to go through what he had to go through in order to see and know where he belongs now, which is to be sitting down and communing with spirits to talk to people, to help people. And that's what your journey is here. Okay, Ken? That's what your journey is. Okay? So pretty much when you look at your divine records, it's written in the divine records, the reason you came back is to fulfill your journey as a seer. But unfortunately, in this lifetime, you was shot and was forced to be sat down. Part of this comes from what happened in one of your other lifetimes where you were shot, but not in the sense where you were shot this time. And this time you was in a war. That's what Spirit has shown me. There was a war that took place, and it looks like, I'm going to tell you this, Ken, it looks like you was in World War II. I don't know if some people remember their past lives. I've heard stories about it, but you was like in World War II. You were shot and killed, so you came back again to do it again, okay? But during that time, you was ignoring your calling or your gift that you were supposed to be carrying out. And you had, and unfortunately back then in that past life, you had to go to war. So with saying that, when you came back and when you agreed to come back again, you came back to do it the right way. And unfortunately, you started out the wrong way, but now you're going to be forced to do it the right way. Okay. And that's why, you are where you are now, and you will be seeing. Okay. Now, for those of you just sent me pictures of yourselves, on the inbox, what I will say is I can't even look at your pictures now. That's why I told everybody to send them earlier, because I can't look while I'm on the phone. I am doing live. I'll try, but I don't want to cut everybody off. So we'll see. Okay, see? It paused the broadcast. All right, so we have Octavia and we have Martique. Martique, Spirit has shown me that you came back here on a journey. And you chose to come back because you are supposed to be dealing with something with water. I see you by the water. I don't know if you were supposed to be teaching by the water, but Spirit keeps showing me water. Something happened to you in one of your past lives. And I don't know if you need to pay homage to the water or you're supposed to be teaching about water, but something with water and you resonates with this reading right here, okay? Something with water and you resonates with this reading. And I'm going to tell you like this. Either you are supposed to be swimming or you're supposed to be teaching about water, but there's something in water in you that you need to pay attention to, Martique. Okay? Now, Octavia. You know what I see with you? You're another one. You're supposed to be in the bush. You're supposed to be what they call, for lack of better words or Western terminology, medicine woman. Okay? Also, too, I see you working with children. You came back and what's written in your divine records is for you to work with children. You're supposed to be working, and I'm talking about little children. And it's something about your soul that you know, that will comfort these children. It's sort of like, you know, maybe a teacher, and you're supposed to be teaching these, and I'm looking at 3 to 5 year olds that will be healed by you. There's something you're supposed to be doing with your children, Octavia. If you're not already doing it, you will be doing it. You came back to earth to take care of children. It looks like in one of your past lives, and I'm going to tell you what I see, is it looks like you had maybe 2 children, but there was something that happened where the children are taking away from you, in a sense where they were died or they were snatched away, and this is one of your past lives. So you always made a vow that you would come back and you would take care of children because you lost yours. So with you, Octavia, you are supposed to be dealing with children. You agreed to come back to this earth this time to take care of the babies. You are in charge of the babies, sort of like the spirit of Mami Wata. You are in charge of the children, and your soul and your being will protect these children. Okay, Octavia? So keep that in mind. Like I said, if you're not already working with them, you will be. And you said, okay, Martique, okay, that's okay. So you said your sister's a Pisces. Pisces is supposed to be one of the most intuitive signs, and it does represent water. And she's under attack, okay. So, you know, she's probably under attack because we are in the age of Aquarius. Right now, the most powerful rituals we are doing are with water, okay. So with saying that, your sister probably needs to go to the sea and bathe. Maybe you need to take her to the sea and you need to bathe her and help her, get rid of whatever issues or obstacles or demons that she's fighting. So this is what Spirit is showing me. You need to take your sister to some sea and bathe her 3 times, 3 days in a row. Take her to the sea, dunk her in, call on the spirits of the water, the spirits of the sea, whether it's Mommy Water, Yamaya, whatever. Call on the spirits of the sea to help your sister, okay? Now, Latrell, peace and blessings. My phone will not play the audio, but I'm here now. Okay, Latrell, so you're here now. Now, Latrell, with you, okay, you made an agreement to come back to this earth. Let's look in your divine records. You came back to this earth because you were disappointed in one of your past lives. It looks like in one of your past lives, you were very disappointed. It looks like you had a husband back then, and their husband died, okay? And it looks like in this back then, you wanted to do many things in one of your past lives, but you were not able to do it because you could never get over the death of your husband. Latrell, you are supposed to be traveling. You're supposed to be exploring. You're supposed to be, and it may sound crazy to you, but you're supposed to be dealing with some type of anthropology. And what Spirit is showing me, you're supposed to be doing some digging around this earth, okay? Maybe far-fetched from what you're used to, but that's the agreement you made to come back here and also to be the caretaker of this earth. So I don't know if you're earth sign or what's your sign, but I know that you are supposed to be a caretaker of this earth. That means you are in charge of dealing with the elements, water, air, fire, earth, and you should be working on taking care of the earth. Not so much of being a healer, but pretty much sustaining it, making sure it's clean, making sure, that the earth is taken care of. You got a very big duty. Yeah. So Latrell, with you made agreement to come back here to be one of the caretakers of this earth. And that's why you decided to come back here. Okay? In your past life, you were supposed to do it, but you didn't do it. And you pretty much kind of was so depressed at the loss of your husband in that past life that you just couldn't pull yourself together to do what you had to do. And I just see that you were supposed to travel. You were supposed to go many places, and you didn't do it. Okay? And that's what your DNA reading is showing me, Latrell. Peace and blessings to my brother Lawrence D. Adams. Okay? Now, family, for those who just joined, we were doing DNA readings tonight. Those who sent their pictures earlier today actually was who I was reading. Basically going into the divine records and sharing with you all why you chose to come back to this earth. And with saying that, it's interesting because you get a lot of people who ask, well, Nikki, why am I supposed to here? Why am I supposed to be here? Why did I come back? Why did I choose to come back? And that's why I decided to do the show and also give back. Okay, family? So when we talk about, I think somebody put it on Facebook the other day. They says, we choose to come back? Yes, we do choose to come back because you don't have to choose to come back. And what we don't know is a lot of times when we choose to come back, we choose to come back because we have unfinished tasks, unfinished duties. You know what I mean? Or we have a responsibility that we didn't fulfill in the last past life. So we have to come back and finish it. You know what I mean? So pretty much when we go into the divine records, we actually see and know why we had to come back. Many of us come back as healers. Many of us come back as seers. Many come back as teachers. Many come back as leaders. Many come back to take care of the children. There's so many reasons why we chose to come back to this earth, okay? But family, that's pretty much it. Let me see, because, Facebook be tripping sometime. You're welcome. Kashiba, happy birthday, my sister, my elder. You'll be 60 tomorrow. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Rihanna Love says, is it possible for you to read my past? Rihanna Love, Rihanna Love, Rihanna Love, Rihanna Love. Rihanna Love, in one of your past lives, it looks like it was 1700s, you was a slave, okay? You were a slave. You were an older black woman, and you were a slave. And it looks like you were basically in, it looks like you was in Louisiana somewhere. That's interesting. Looks like you was in Louisiana. That was one of your past lives, okay? And another past life, Rihanna Love, I see. Let me see. Let me see. And one of your past lives, which is further than the time of slavery, it looks like, wow, you've been here a long time, Rihanna, your spirit, okay? And it looks like you was a very, very great queen. You was like a very great queen in one of the African tribes in Africa, okay? I see that for you. Another one in your past lives, Rihanna, you was a white woman. And you were over in France. So you had 3 past lives, okay? You were a white woman, you were over in France, and it looks like you had died of some type of sickness. It shows me, the spirit is showing me like pneumonia or something like that. You had died from in that past life in France, okay? Now, when you came back, now let me go back to when you was an actual queen, okay, of a tribe. You lived a very long time. I see that you lived up into maybe your hundreds, maybe 110, okay? That spirit is showing me. And then you died of natural causes. And then you decided to come back. When you came back as a slave woman in Louisiana, okay? When you died that time, it looks like you died pretty much of old age at that time too, but I see that you had stomach problems at that time. When you were a slave in Louisiana, you died of those causes, okay? But nothing major, no disease. When you decided to come back, I see that you came back again, and I'm telling you, you came back as your second great grandmother. Okay, so your mother's mother's mother. So you are your mother's mother's mother. You decided to come back again in the 1930s. Okay, this is your fifth. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth lifetime on this earth. 5th. Okay. Interesting. Justin. KT, send your picture inbox. Justin, you know, let me tell you something. You came back to this earth to enlighten people as well. But you came back to comfort their hearts and souls. You came back to pretty much, you know, not a motivational speaker. I don't see that with you. It's something you're supposed to be doing with elders. It's something you're supposed to be doing, elders. You need to talk to more older people. You need to commune with more older people because you're supposed to help them transition off of this earth, whether it's making them laugh or what it is. But Spirit has shown me you came back to work with elders. You came back to comfort them, to make them laugh. So, Justin, you need to really start. I don't care if you go to the they call it the old folks home to go volunteer, or you need to do something with elder people, okay? Something with elder people. Okay. Now, KT, I asked everybody to get their pictures early. Now, what's happening is, when I have to go look at your pictures, what happens is I have to pause the show. Okay? So, I'm going to tell y'all like this. At the end of the day, hold on real quick. I think you're the last one, KT. And I'm going to come back. Hold on for a minute. Let me see. Nova Black is there. Okay. KT, I need you to send me your picture if you want to know why you came back to this earth. Okay? But I will tell you this without even seeing your picture. Are you into the medical field? If you are, let me know. If not, because you're supposed to be actually helping people as well. You're supposed to be helping people as well, KT. You see, this is why I told everybody to send their pictures early, because every time that comes up, it interrupts the show. And this is being recorded. Next time, y'all try to catch me earlier, because I put it out there early today. If you want a DNA reading, I told you all to put it in the inbox. Now, everybody want them, and y'all messing up my broadcast. Okay? But like I said, KT, you're supposed to be actually, you're a healer in a sense, not as weird as you're going to, and I'm not sure if you're in the medical field or not, but I see that you will heal people. You do have healing hands. You have healing hands. You need to start laying your hands on some people. Okay? You really do. You need to start laying your hands because your hands are very healing. Okay? Okay, hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so. Rihanna Love, it don't matter. You was a white woman. It don't matter if you know about them. I'm telling you what I see. You have 4 past lives. 3 of them you was black and 1 of them was white. So, you know, it is what it is. And see, a lot of times we don't understand, especially Africans in America, we are mixed up. Our blood is very mixed up. So it's very possible that you could have been a white woman, my sister. You understand? But I can only tell you what I see in my vision. But yes, she was a white woman that lived in France in one of your past lives, which could naturally be one of your relatives way down the line. You know what I mean? Because we are mixed up in there. Let's not get it confused, okay? Okay. Now, Diamond says, good evening. Would you be able to tell me about my health? Because the doctors can't seem to find a problem with me. Diamond Maid, tell me a little bit more about it. I'll do that for you because it's very important you know about your health. Okay? It's very important you know about your health. But I will tell you this. I do see that you need to start taking some iron. I do see that you're lacking iron. You're anemic. I do see that you're lacking magnesium and vitamin D. You need to start taking some more vitamins, okay? It looks like you got sticky blood. And it looks like you need to also do a Candida cleanse clear on your body, okay? But I'm just giving you what I see from foresight right now. But what happened? Why are they telling you? What did you go to get tested for? Okay? But I will tell you this, yeah, you got sticky blood. Your blood needs to be cleansed. Are you getting aches and pains in your body? Okay. Now, Rihanna Love, let me just get to some other people because I just did a whole past life reading for you. And I want y'all to realize that I don't mind giving back to the community. I give back and I do these readings and I give back because I appreciate what the community does for me when I do get people getting readings. But I want y'all to realize that, you know, we want to try to help get as many people because some people can't afford to pay for readings. So we're saying that, you know, let's give other people a chance to get, you know, their readings or their divinations done because people can't afford to pay. So that's why I give back and try to give back to the community, okay? Now, Nova America, you did send your picture earlier. You're young and you have a great journey on this earth. Nova, I'm going to tell you like this. Do you love children? Because Spirit shows me that you come back here to work with children. It tells me you come back and you're another one that loves children. And if you don't, you will be. Because you're still kind of young. But your journey, you came back here to, you know, work with children. And it looks like in one of your past lives, Nova, that you had, it looks like maybe a sister. You had 2 little sisters that actually drowned. Okay. And you know what's sad about it? Because in that past life, you wanted to save them, but you couldn't save them because you didn't know how to swim. And what I'm seeing is pretty much, you always said that I want to go back. I love children, but you was crazy about your little sisters. Okay. And what Spirit is showing me, you came back to actually do that. You came back to actually do that. Okay. So I'm going to tell you like this. Hold on, y'all. It seems like we're getting a call. Hold on for a minute. Okay. Hello? I am online right now doing a live audio readings for people.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I'll call you back. Okay. Bye-bye. Hello? Okay, family. All right, so, Nova, you're supposed to be doing... working with children. And there's something about your spirit that little girls love. They just love your spirit. I don't know if you act like a child and you like to play with them, but there's something about your children. I mean, the children, they're attracted to you, especially little girls. Maybe you act silly like them. I don't know what it is, okay? All right. Now, Kashiba, I'm going to tell you the same thing, my sister. Let's give everybody a fair chance to be able to get a reading. Okay? I did your reading earlier, but I want to be sure, if to give, like I said, I'm giving back. So everybody don't be greedy now. Y'all let other people get readings, okay? Peace, Nicky. WUNAM. I set my pick. Please let me know about my past lives. Hope I'm not too late. Eli, you are way too late. I keep telling y'all, every time I have to look at the pictures, I have to pause the show. We don't want to do that. I put it out early this morning. Y'all should have been on here. Okay? Thanks for giving back, Queen. You're welcome, Nita. Stephanie Wong. Would you mind to do my past lives? No, of America. I have no kids, but my girlfriend does. She's locked up. Okay. Okay, but you're going to work with them kids. I'm going to tell you that, Nova, but you're going to work with them. You'll see. You young now, but wait. I'm going to give you about 6 years. You're going to be working with little kids. Stephanie Wong, unfortunately, I don't have to look at your picture because I already know who you are. You're one of my clients. Stephanie Wong, I wasn't doing past life readings, but I'm going to do this for you. First of all, Stephanie, you've been here, it looks like 3 times, okay? But I'm going to tell you this. One of your lifetimes was an African woman. Before you became Chinese, you were an African woman. And I'm talking about from Africa. And it looks like you were a African woman and you were a part of the Khoikhoi tribe, okay? The Khoikhoi tribe. So this looks like maybe you were a 7th great grandmother. That was one of your lifetimes, okay? And you had another lifetime, it looks like in 64, you came back to this earth again, and then you were a Chinese man. You wasn't a woman, you was a man, okay? When you decided to come back again, you came back this time. It took you a very long time to decide to come back to this earth. So there was 3 lifetimes. One is an African woman, one is a Chinese man, and then you came back this time. You waited a long time. Most people don't. They come back, but you waited a long time to come back to this earth, Stephanie. Okay. Diamond May says, my blood work from the hospital's been coming back good, etc. But I'm going tomorrow to have a full blood and allergy panel. Okay. But what symptoms are you getting? Because what Spirit showed me is that your blood is sticky. Your blood came back good, that means your levels were high. All of your levels, your Chem 18s, your Chem 7s were high, which means your gut, but it doesn't mean that it's not sticky, okay? And basically, pretty much, it needs to be cleansed. I see that you're lacking vitamins, you're lacking iron, you're lacking magnesium, you're lacking vitamin D. So your blood work could have come back showing there's no disease, or, pretty much you don't have high cholesterol or high blood pressure, but that does not mean that your blood is not sticky. And a lot of times we can have good blood results, but, our blood still needs to be cleansed. You could be built up with candida, which is yeast and fungus in the body, okay? And this is what I'm pretty much seeing with you, a lot of candida. Like I said earlier, you need a candida cleanse. You need to cleanse your body out, because I'm seeing a lot of yeast in your body. You're welcome, Stephanie. Okay. Nova America, again, let me just tell y'all how this works. When you look in the divine records, and I go into the divine records and into your DNA pool, which is your information pool, and see why you chose to come back, it does not mean you are doing it right now. We still have to go through a physical experience here on this earth, okay? Now, you may not have come into that aspect of yourself yet. You don't even know why you came back. And the only reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people don't know why they came back. They don't understand, are not able to go into the archaic records or into the DNA information pool or into the divine records. So they don't know. So when I go into your records and I go into the divine records and I go into your information pool, I'm telling you, you chose to come back because this is what you're going to do this lifetime. You may not be doing it now, but you will be doing it. Okay? Now, if you don't carry out your journey and what you came here to embark on, you may have to repeat it again if you choose to do so. And that's how it works, okay? Some people choose to come back, some people don't. Some people don't like the physical experience. Some people just love the spiritual experience, you know what I mean? Yvette Banks, peace and blessings, my sister, long time no hear, okay? Long time no hear. But anyway, family, again, if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to get off of here. As I promised you all, will be here to do this tonight for the family, okay? And each morning we're going to try to give out different universal laws that we need to follow. I want to give a shout out to my brother Akintunde, who just was listening, and Maliki Bay, who just joined us. Peace and blessings, family. Love you all, okay? Yvette Banks, who just came in. Okay, Martinique says, I don't know and really don't feel and want to be here. So much disappoints me. Well, you know, Martinique, pretty much, it's funny because your soul is probably saying that. And we look at all that goes on in society. We look at the negativity. We look at the chaos. We look at the destruction, you know, and I'm quite sure many of us probably like, I don't want to live in this kind of chaotic world, you know what I mean? But it is what you make of it. You can choose to be a part of that world. You can choose to be a part of your own. I don't choose to be a part of it, but I don't choose to be around negative people and negative things. Of course, you know, pretty much you're going to see it on news media. You're going to see it on, you know, social medias, but you don't have to be a part of that world. You can stay in your own world, you know, be peaceful with your family and, you know what I mean? And enjoy nature and enjoy life, period, without having to deal with the stresses of society that they want to present to you. As I tell people and been telling people for years, I can put 20 positive things in front of your face and one negative thing, and because we live in such a negative society, you will pick out that one negative thing. So I know we are very toxic. This earth is very toxic with unrighteous people and disagreeable spirits and all of that good stuff, but you do have a choice to be around it or not be around it. And if you don't choose to be around it, then your world is your own. You see, the world that you create is your own. You don't have to be in that world. Yeah, you have to deal with the physical things of paying bills and stuff like that, but don't let it get you down that point to that point where you don't want to be here. You know, I've heard this before, and I had a young lady years ago, and she was one of my favorite fans on my radio show, and her name was Miss Berry Berry, and she used to say it all the time. And, you know, she had a baby, and she actually died, I think, about 6 or 7 months later. You know what I mean? She said, I don't want to be here. I know I don't belong here. And sometimes that may be the case, you know. Sometimes souls will feel that. Sometimes, you know, we have to look at also the numbers. Everybody has a number. Everybody has a number. We don't know what the number is, and don't ask me, y'all, because I know people want to say, well, what's my number when I'm going to die? I don't do number. I don't do that. Because at the end of the day, everybody has a number. We don't know when, but that's the time. And a lot of times, because we're human and we get caught up in the physical, we don't understand the depths of how a person may die, but it is what it is. Your body is a part of the earth, you know, you're truly part of the earth, and at the end of the day, everything on the earth has a cycle, and so do you. Only thing that exists forever is your soul. It's from birth to death and death to life. You know, your energy, your soul, your nyama. Okay? I don't know. Okay, I may not come back to this earth. Why did I come back? Peace and blessings to you. You're amazing. Thank you, Martique. Stephanie, why did you come back to this earth? Stephanie, I see that you came back to care for your parents. Because that's another thing. Some of us choose to come back and choose the wounds we chose to come through. And it was to care for our parents for one reason or other. Because there's journeys like that too. You were supposed to come here and teach a lesson to your parents. Or you were supposed to come here and teach a lesson to your siblings. You made that choice to come back to do that. Okay? But I see with you, Stephanie, it was for you to come back and bring healing to your family. Okay? Nova America says, so I have to work with kids. Oh my God, that's a punishment. I really want a new girlfriend and just with her. Now I'm so afraid. Well, you know, let me tell you something. Everything happens for a reason, Nova Black. Okay? Sometimes ancestors have put people in our lives for one reason or another. And it's not always to have a personal one-ship. Sometimes it could be that you need to heal each other. Sometimes it could be because you all have to have, you know, go through a lesson together. There's many different reasons. And, you know, we get caught up in the physical. We want what we want when we want it. But not realizing, looking through the depths of one's soul, that person is not for you. That person wasn't put here for you. That person may be put in your life temporarily for many different reasons, okay? The energies don't mix. Your girlfriend is not for you. The girl that you were with is not for you. It looks like this girl was not your supporter. It looks like she would be more of a curse to you opposed to a blessing. So she was removed out of your path, okay? Now, stop saying you want. Want is a curse word, okay? Stop saying I want a new girlfriend. You don't necessarily need one, and you need to let the ancestors send, okay? Because what I'm seeing is you need to work on some things within your soul and yourself. And this is why you're not getting what you want right now, because ancestors make your life stagnant until you do what you got to do for you, okay? Now, as far as kids go, you don't want to hear it, but I only could be the messenger and tell you what I see. And what I see is that you will be working with children. You may have to heal children. It is what it is. Maybe not right now. Everybody goes through their experience on different levels, in different ways, in different times. Okay? Okay, Diamond says it just started declining out of nowhere. Loss of weight, breathing issues, oral thrush, aches, colds, back-to-back, and infections. Thank you for info and offer. Message you and you. Okay. Wait a minute. Diamond Maid, let me just say something to you. See? When you say thrush in your mouth is a buildup of yeast in your body. So what'll happen is if your body is full of yeast, do you eat a lot of sweets? Do you eat a lot of sugar, a lot of sweets? You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing a lot of pasta, stuff like that. I'm seeing is if you got thrush in your mouth, that means you got yeast built up in your body. Exactly what I said before you told me. You needed to do it I told you from first time, you need a candida cleanse. Spirit showed me a body full of yeast. Now, you have to understand yeast is very, very serious. Yeast is where you can develop different diseases and infections in your body. Okay? That's a fungus all throughout your body. You need to cleanse your body. Go online, go to Amazon and order you some Candida Complete. Go order Candida Complete and start eating a lot of garlic. Garlic also kills yeast and takes yeast out of your body. But Candida Complete gets rid of the yeast in your body. The other thing is, when you have Candida in your body, it can cause sinus infections, okay? So what I'm saying is, like Spirit showed me, a lot of yeast built up in your body. You need to do a cleanse. You probably need to fast for 3 days. Do a water fast with alkaline water. Drink nothing but water. And then start eating a lot of garlic and doing the Candida cleanse. I guarantee you'll feel better. I guarantee you. And especially if you got thrush in your mouth. Thrush is just a buildup of yeast. So if it's coming up through your mouth now, that's not good. That means you need to cleanse out because you're full of yeast. Yeah, Eli, you remember? Yeah, she used to call on the show all the time. Actually, I hooked both of them up because remember I used to do a radio show, Soulmate, to meet your soulmate, and they hooked up on the radio show. They had a baby, and then she ended up passing away. It was crazy, y'all. Yvette Banks, exactly. You have to do a cleanse. You know what I mean? And see, the thing about it is that yeast can be very dangerous. And a lot of people, they go to the doctors, they don't know what's wrong with them. And they'll say, well, you got multiple sclerosis, you got fibromyalgia, you got this, you got that. And it really is pretty much bodies filled with yeast. Clean out your body. You know what I mean? Yeast is a fungus in your body. If you was exposed to mold, that's probably where your breathing problems are coming in. But it's not going to cause thrush in your mouth. Thrush in your mouth is caused by a yeast buildup in your body, okay? So you need to take care of that. And if you was exposed to mold, that's probably when you got mold spores in your lungs, and that could be causing the breathing problems on top of the yeast, okay? So yeah, you need to take care of that. They need to take care of that because that's not cool. Especially that black mold is very, very dangerous. Okay? So, you said no pasta and veggies, or you eat pasta and veggies? Which one is it? Because like I said, I'm seeing a lot of yeast built up in your body. Okay? So you said you don't eat pasta and you don't eat veggies. Okay. What about sweets? For you to get thrush in your mouth, it's coming for something. And I know it ain't coming from the mold spores. It's most likely coming from a yeast buildup. But go ahead, do your research. I tell people all the time, don't take my word for it. Go research it for yourself. Go research it for yourself. Okay? And a lot of times, family, most of the disease that we get, it comes from having, a toxic body, a acidic body, a fungus, a candida fungus in the body. You know what I mean? So, a lot of times it's just a matter of cleansing, doing like your water fast at least once a month. Try to do a water fast and try not to eat nothing at all. There's many different reasons, but another thing, colon cleanses. If you eat certain foods, if you eat a lot, do a colon cleanse. I always recommend once a week on the weekends. Clean your colon out, So many different things we could do that will avoid disease in the body. Rihanna Love says, Nikki Love, I love to hear you in this mode. You are light unto us tonight, and I thank you so much. You confirmed something for me. Thank you. Oh my God, you are right about Melissa. I'm in counseling, no to sweets research. I eat a lot of pasta and veggies. Okay, so you do eat a lot of pasta and veggies. Okay. Like I was saying earlier, I seen a lot of pasta. So that pasta turns into sugar, my sister, and that's probably where you have a buildup of. You know what I mean? My daughter, she's 29 and she loves pasta. She was eating everything pasta, and I had to tell her the same thing. Cut down on the pasta because the pasta turns into sugar, you see. So pretty much you probably, yeah, I seen that earlier. Sugar, and that pasta turns into sugar. I seen pasta, okay? So yeah, try to cut down on your pasta, and because remember, it's nothing but it turns right into sugar. Okay, and do a cleanse. You're gonna be fine though. Don't get nervous, because Spirit is showing me you kind of worried about it, but don't. Just do a serious cleanse and you'll be fine. You will be fine. Okay. What did I confirm for you, Rihanna Love? Nova America, you said you're in counseling. Yeah, see? She was a curse to you. She wasn't a blessing. Okay? So, I hate to hear that you got to go to counseling, but, that's because we have to learn how to read and look into the depths of one's soul and realize why they're putting our lives, and there's so many different reasons or other, and sometimes their energy is not conducive to what energy we need to be around. And what I see with her, she was a curse to you. She wasn't good for you. Her energy was too negative, and it looks like this girl needed some healing too. She's been through some things, okay? She's been through a lot in her life, and it looks like, I'm not into judging anybody or dogging anybody out, but at the end of the day, she needs healing too. So, whatever demons or disagreeable spirits she had working with her, was transferring on to you, okay? All right. Last, needed purposes. While you said some of us come back to take care of our parents, I did that until they passed. I've been blessed to have a good life, so maybe I did something right in my past life. Needed prepper, you sure did. And you did come back to take care of your parents. You did. Yep. Eli says, my blood pressure was high, 183 over 129 at the eye doc. I thought the nurse was going to make me go to the hospital. I exercise and it's still high. You exercise, but what about your diet, Eli? You got to change your diet. You got to change your diet, okay? I'm telling you, and you like some seasoned food. You gotta cut down on your seasoned food. You're gonna have to do it. And I see that you need to eat some more greens, Eli. You need to get some more greens in your body, and you need to drink some more water. But you know what you could do, Eli? You could start eating some organic garlic, and I mean raw. Cut it up, chop it up. Swallow it whole. Get about 3 or 4 bubbles of it, and do that. Okay. You need to cut back on the foods you eat. That's what I see. And you need to eat more vegetables. You ain't getting enough vegetables. You lacking vitamin D too. You need to start taking some vitamin D, Eli. Nova America, you don't need her back anymore. You don't need her back anymore. All you need to do is send love and, ask the ancestors to heal her and help her deal with her emotional distresses and her demons, okay? And let her be. Justin says, I'm somewhat back with the mother of my child. Boy, Justin, you got a story to tell. The same story, different time, different day. Okay, I hear you. I believe it when I'm saying, when you say you putting a ring on her finger and y'all about to get married, then I believe you. Otherwise, I don't want to hear that nonsense. All right. Yep, she beat the heck out of me. She was on heroin and meth, and I didn't do that, and yet. You see what I'm saying? So I don't like to hear stories like that, Nova Black. I'm sorry to hear that you had to go through that, okay? And she should have put her hands on you, period. But at the end of the day, you was taken out of that situation because your ancestors said it wasn't conducive to the energy that you needed to be around. But like I said, I also see that she had issues too, okay? Justin, you heard what I said, Justin. I don't see nothing with that. You got the same story every week. 1 minute y'all back together, next minute y'all broken up. Okay, Rihanna says you confirm me being my grandmother's mother. She passed away with a stomach problem at somewhat younger than normal age. I've always thought that to myself. I just don't know what I was seeing. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Just to know what I would come back for. Nova America, thank you. She has, I don't hate her. I just wish her well. And no, I do. No, I do. What? No, I don't do that bad stuff. I'm glad I didn't join her jubbery. Thank you, Nikki. I hope I will find better. If you can't hope, first of all, stop hoping. But in the meantime, because you've been through so much, stop looking and let ancestors sin, okay? Stop looking. You know, there's nothing wrong with just staying stagnant. You don't need to be in a one chip right now. Finish your counseling, get your healing, and then you ask the ancestors to send, and they will. But don't go looking and stop saying I hope. I don't like that word. Y'all have to go back and hear what we did about spell words, because we put negative energy into it. Don't say I hope. Just stand still for a minute, get your healing, and then let ancestors send. There's someone nice in your life, okay? What's so funny, Ken? You laughing at Justin? Eli, you are so welcome, okay? You are so welcome. I will give you the last thing before I get off of here, family. Rihanna, you came back this time, as I was telling you earlier. If you go back when I did your reading and I told you about, and I asked you if you've been to nursing or something like that. Okay, go back. I think you gotta go back and listen, but you came back for healing, helping, okay? Anyway, family, I'm tired. Time to get off of here. I told you I wouldn't be on here more than an hour. And it is now over an hour, 11:32. So I'm going to leave you all with that. And we'll probably come on live tomorrow night. Y'all see my face. Not my voice. You'll see my face. Okay. But I just wanted to do this reading as I promised everybody to do and give back to the community. On that note, family, we'll see everybody. We'll see everybody on tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be doing Facebook Live here. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here and make sure y'all embark on your journeys and do what you have to do. Peace and blessings, family.